Holy moly, ladies and gentlemen, this is Charles and Dirk, and we are coming to you live from Cruise Mojo, streaming across the internet and to the Norwegian Cruise Line Latitudes members page. Welcome, everybody, on this historic day. It is incredible, the news that has just come out. Norwegian Cruise Line has suspended all sailings through April 11th, 2020. And it is madness, and the group has been very crazy over the last couple of days, right, Dirk?
Oh, absolutely. I tell you, I think I'm divorced and I'm married to my iPad and iPhone.
Oh my god, I checked. So hello everybody out there. My name is Charles. I am one of the administrators of the Norwegian Cruise Line Latitudes members page. And with me is Dirk, who's also an administrator of the page. And together we are Cruise Mojo. We have a weekly podcast called the Cruise Mojo Show that usually airs every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But I think the circumstances called for us to go live, right, Dirk?
Absolutely, yes.
I was thinking about going live anyway because the group has been on fire with the coronavirus and how that's affected the travel industry over the last 2 weeks particularly. But we've been talking about it. We've been talking about coronavirus on our show. I'd say a good 6 weeks, right, Dirk?
Yeah, but the biggest problem is, Charles, what we discussed earlier is that there's so many negative and nasty comments lately that they're hard to control. I mean, I could have canceled at least 40 or 50 inputs today that were just totally uncalled for, either political uh, or being negative towards other members questioning, and it just got out of hand and almost impossible. Like I told you, it's almost impossible to control unless we had about 10 or 50 people checking every single things. And like you said, we could pre-screen every single entry before it's published, but we just don't have the manpower to do that since we are uh, since you're overpaid right now with zero paycheck. I mean,
I know we have been very busy on the page trying to moderate the group. People have just descended into madness, folks. And everybody, hello everybody, and I see some people joining us right now and commenting. Hello everybody in the comment. Hello to Brunilda, who's one of our friends. Hey Brunilda, how's it going? And I just want to confirm, can everybody hear Dirk? Because we're using a different setup. We use this setup when we take live calls, folks. And I have a pretty unique setup here with the audio, so to enable us to take live calls. And sometimes when we use this setup, the audience can't hear Dirk. So if somebody in the chat, and there's plenty of people watching, if somebody in the chat could just say they could hear Dirk, or Dirk maybe just say test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3.
There
Test
you
1
go.
2 3. Test 1 2 3.
So can everybody hear Dirk? I see the comments. Brunilda, help us out. I see you here. How you doing? Let us know you could hear Dirk loud and clear. If you can't, just say you can't hear Dirk. Once again, Dirk, test 1 2 3.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1
There
2
we
3.
go. Let's see. So
Test 1 2 3.
we just wait and see. Yes, we
One
hear
to
him.
one.
All right. Hello, everybody. We got Mark Sr. And the Smoky Mountain Girl is back. Hello. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy. Hello, Rennie. Your picture has 2 people in it. I can't tell. Welcome, everybody. And we have some of our regulars here. Okay, great. They could hear you, Dirk. Everything is good.
Great. That's a first.
So it's amazing, folks. We have breaking news. As I mentioned earlier, Norwegian Cruise Line suspended all sailings through 4/11/20. This has never happened in my lifetime, Dirk. Has it happened
This
to
is
you?
unbelievable.
All right, so it's unprecedented. Unprecedented. And I'm wondering, folks, if anybody, lots of people are disappointed in the group. And I just have to stop for a moment and talk about the group. So, folks, the group, if you use foul language in one of the groups, especially the Norwegian Cruise Line Latitudes members page, if you attack people in the group, you're probably going to get banned from the group. And
Also, Chuck, also
yeah.
political comments regardless of which party.
Yeah, any political comments, any attack on your fellow passengers, it's just, it's really the group over the last few, buying stock. We had people posting about that app. I don't want to say the app, but there was an app that people would advertise with because if you signed up through their link, you got money. And people were posting links to this app all week after the stock market had declined very rapidly, there were people who were interested in buying Norwegian Cruise Line stock. So all those people expressing interest in buying Norwegian Cruise Line stock were obviously posting in the group and asking everybody what they think. What do you think? Should I get it? Should I get it? Should I get it? And then the next thing you know, there's 5 comments about, oh yeah, you could get it, and here's how you do it, and click on this link, and you'll be able to buy the stock. So we had a lot of people posting about that app, trying to get incentivized benefits from the app from referring people. That all got deleted, and some of them got banned. And then, Dirk, I would click on that app. I would see a link to that app, and I'd click on it. And it would be one person that contributed nothing to the group. It would be somebody who just posted the link, and that's all they posted in the group. I mean, I could understand if it was a regular who contributed significantly to the group and had a lot of content, but it was usually somebody that had one post or no posts, and all they were posting was trying to drum up business to get their app in line. I got Dirk on camera. Dirk, you're there. You're on Leah Live. I'll take you off.
Yes, I'm there.
So you're right next to me now, Dirk, on screen. So we had that person posting in the app, trying to get incentives, and we had they were deleted and they were banned. And we had all kinds of people trying to benefit from the crash. It's unbelievable. I'm echoing. Uh-oh. Oh, I know why. Okay, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling I know why. Hold on.
I don't think it's me. I got my iPad on mute.
Yeah, it's me. I know why. It's because the NDI function in this app. How's it now, folks? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're pausing because there was a big echo problem. There's a big echo problem with our live stream. It should be fixed now. There's a little bit of delay in the live stream, so you're not going to be able to hear it for a minute or two until I fade out here. We should be all good. All right, so it's better. Is it totally resolved? It should be totally resolved.
You sound good now.
All right. Sorry about that, folks. So in the group had descended into chaos, and I had mentioned earlier that people were trying to benefit. Then we have that routinely happening. People posting links, trying to promote themselves, trying to promote their service, trying to promote their website, trying to promote their travel blog, whatever it is, and we try to delete those posts. Trying to promote their travel agency, soliciting our members, trying to get revenue from the group. We don't like it, so we delete it. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, about that echo. I know what the problem is. I'll try to fix it in the near future, but we got to continue with the broadcast. So, folks, no sailing through 4/11/20. Is anyone interested in calling in? If you're interested in calling in, I could put a number on the screen, and you can call in. But sometimes we do that, and nobody calls in. So I'm going to try to put the number on the screen, Dirk, and see if anybody wants to call in. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's worth a shot.
I think we'll try it, folks. We'll try the call-in number. Is it working? Yep. So the call-in line is open right now, folks. You can call in from any phone, and make sure you dial *67 718 648 4548. That's *67 718 618 4548. Call in. Let us hear from you. I'm going to keep that number on the screen for a few minutes. And sometimes when we do this, nobody calls in. So we got.
And it's confidential too.
Yeah, that *67 will block your number, folks. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to say who you are. But if you're interested in calling in, there's the number. Write it down. And you could call in. And also interested, Royal Caribbean did the same thing. They canceled. And I could tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, I work in the healthcare industry, and the past week has probably been one of the most difficult weeks of my career. The only time that was more difficult, or just as difficult, was way back in 2009 during the swine flu. And Dirk, I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yes, I was landing in Cancun and going through the health checks. and the temperature checks and everything else, and their place was deserted. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I came out of my office today and the streets were like barren, and I hear that there's people in the supermarkets buying up all the inventory. I've never seen that. I heard that this is a local supermarket here where I live. There's no toilet paper. I'm trying to put it together. Like, why are people like buying toilet paper during
Because
this?
somebody started it, Charles, and everybody's doing the same thing. Like when we have tornadoes down here in the south, people buying up all the milk and bread. And I asked one of my friends, he said, "Man, I got the milk and bread today." I said, "You don't drink milk?" He said, "Yeah, but everybody else is buying it."
they don't want.
I think that's why. I mean, they see people coming out of Costco, with 40, 50 rolls of paper towels. They say, "My God, they got to be shorted." So they're buying it too. So do like what's his face does. So I think somebody starts it, and all of a sudden there's a hysteria there that everybody's buying it for no foreseen reason. I mean, how much toilet paper you need, even if you're quarantined for 14 days in your house.
I know. I people have been buying water too. So my sister lives in a kind of a suburban area of New York City, and Walgreens. Everybody's out of water. Everybody's out. Everybody's sold out of cases of water. So a Walgreens near her gets 14 cases of water in, 15 cases of water in. Within minutes, one guy my sister grabs a case. The next guy that goes buys the whole 14, buys the rest of the water. What's that guy going to do with 14 cases of water? It's not like you're living and you have a well and your well may be depleted. You're living close to New York City. Yeah, we have water. We have running water in New York City, last I checked. This guy bought 14 cases of water. What's he going to do with it? No, it's not frozen.
Okay.
I think maybe
the same thing. Yeah, Margaret said that she went to the store today and she bought some hand sanitizers. She like 2 or 3 of them. And the people afterwards, she said she went by the same shelf and there must have been 50 or more. The shelf was empty. Yeah, like within 5 minutes.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
They just stocked it. It was empty. I mean,
people
how much
crazy.
Hand sanitizer do you use?
This whole situation is crazy. You can't get hand sanitizer. You can't get cleaning products. Everybody's going berserk. And you know what? Before, Dirk, when we first started talking about this, I thought it was ridiculous. And today, I'd say today was the first day, all the stuff that's happening. I wouldn't say today. I would say I started really worrying on Wednesday. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And you have some reasonable people out there saying, live your life. Don't be afraid. Just make sure you wash your hands. How could you not be afraid? Everybody is so on edge. It's insanity. I actually today, for the first time, I was in a conference call, and for a moment I was like, "Is society gonna come apart at the seams?" I was like, "Are people going to be like breaking into houses, trying to find food from people?" Like that was just for a moment. I can't say it lasted a very long time, but just for a moment, I was worried to that extent where society was going to break down. And then I talked myself into some sense, and I realized that in a few weeks, and unquestionably in a few months, this is all going to be a memory, a distant memory, and I hope that this is gone, and I hope that whatever they do, I hope that. Oh, we have a call. We have a call coming in.
Well, as long as they don't run out of beer and wine, I don't have a problem.
That's it. Welcome. Thanks for calling Cruise Mojo. You're live on the air and being recorded and being broadcast across the internet. This is Charles. How are you?
Fine. Thank you so much for taking my call. How are you doing?
Oh, we're doing great. What do you got to talk about today?
Well, a lot of confusion stuff going on out there, and I don't know who to believe anymore. Norwegian, people are saying they're canceling their cruises. But then when you call Norwegian, there's like, no, your cruise is still on. I am a first-time Norwegian cruise sailor leaving out of Barcelona, Spain, May 3rd.
Okay.
And I can't wait. I mean, I'm looking forward to going just to experience the Norwegian. I've been reading all on the websites, and I've been listening to other people saying it's a great experience. But now I'm worried that we might be canceled. But I don't know. I'm getting mixed messages.
I don't think, according to the most. First of all, I have to do the disclaimer. We're not affiliated with the Norwegian Cruise Line. Are you aware
Right.
of that? Okay, I just want to make sure you know
Yes.
that. But based on the
Yes.
information that they just put out, it's till April 11th, so that your cruise, with the most recent
I'm so
announcement,
good.
your cruise is not canceled. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, according to the most
Okay.
recent information, but that doesn't mean it's not going to change. And now with there's a lot of restrictions on international travel. Wherever you go, I mean, you go to
yeah.
a doctor's office. I give you an example. Every doctor's office you go into is going to ask you if you traveled in the last 2 weeks, and if you did, they're gonna, especially internationally, they're gonna kick you out of their office.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. They've been doing that so for the last few weeks. So.
Yeah, you know what? As long as I have a great time on that vacation, if I got to come home and be quarantined home for 2 weeks, it'll be well worth it.
Yeah,
because
no, I feel
am
the same
so
way.
looking forward to this. Yeah, I mean, all it is practicing safe measures. Washing your hands, keeping things clean, sanitize.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people have been posted in this group that if they are on a cruise, that they have been, the crew has been sanitizing, and the crew has been very good about cleaning the different surfaces, especially the door handles, and trying to keep things clean on the current sailings. And the passengers, I would be worried. Like if I was on a cruise ship now, I have to say I tried to put myself in that situation with the current news and everything that's happening and all the uncertainty and the hysteria that's going on. My personality, I would find it hard to relax. I would find it. I don't think I would have the same experience on a cruise ship if I were to be sailing right now, because me personally, I would be concerned. I would have that underlying concern on vacation. What do you think? What do you think, Dirk? How would you feel about it?
Well, the thing is, Margaret and I had a cruise scheduled on the 5th of April out of New Orleans, Caribbean cruise. And I have COPD, and my doctor advised me that it would not be good for me nor my surrounding passengers to go on the cruise. So I canceled and also restrict where am I going, because I don't want to get anybody else in a situation where I create a problem. So I just had to change. But that was underlying, and that Norwegian started that. You got to be, if you're 70 or plus, you got to have a letter from your doctor, and and they still can still deny boarding if for any medical reasons. So I would have felt very uncomfortable, not so much because of the COPD, but if you quarantine somewhere, do you have enough medication? And there's a lot of things, but we just felt that we have cruises. We're going to cruise again. Just right now would have been a bad time for me, and so I canceled.
Yeah.
And let me tell you one thing. It was painless. I got a hold of my TA Norwegian within 5 minutes. She called me back within 5 minutes, excuse me. And the whole process lasted less than 2 minutes to get full credit for everything I prepaid. So
that's great.
I got 2 years to take another cruise, and just everybody, like we talked about, Charles, everybody has their own reason, and there is no such thing as a general rule. What you should do or what you shouldn't do. I think everybody got to look at themselves the situation they're in, the medical situation they're in, their health situation they're in, et cetera, and make their own decision. The same as buying stock. I mean, if we all could predict what a stock is going to do, we all be millionaires. So, asking other people, what should I do? I think it's not the right thing. I think your partner, whoever, should make a decision. What you want to do? What's best for you? Because other people, you're going to ask 100 people, you get 100 different answers. So you'd be more confused than you were before you asked.
That sounds like what happens in the group.
And people get nasty. I mean, calling other people nasty because they're concerned. I mean, it's just, what are you going to stop? I mean, I realize that people are at edge, but there's no reason to get nasty with anybody. I mean, show a little comfort and love to your fellow passengers, your fellow human being, because everybody's concerned, and they just show it one way or the other. But swearing and being nasty with other people is not the answer.
Foul language going on. Caller, you have any other questions?
No, I appreciate taking my call and let me know all the information you're putting out there. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thanks for calling.
By the way, how are you getting to Barcelona?
We are flying from Miami to Portugal, then from Portugal to Barcelona through TAP Airlines.
TAP's good airline.
Oh yeah.
So you fly to Lisbon?
Yes.
We did a broadcast not too long ago where we read that 1-star review, Dirk, where that person did a similar flight from the Northeast. I remember that. But Cola, thanks so much. We wish you a great. I hope you have a great trip, and make sure you post some pictures.
One more thing, as far as TAP is concerned, I worked in the airline industry. That's a wonderful airline. So you definitely got a good pick there.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
Thanks, caller. Have a
good day.
You're welcome. All right. Bye-bye. All right. I figured I had to hang up.
Sorry that I interrupted you, Charles.
Oh, we'll never forgive you, Dirk. Don't worry about it.
No, I mean, I just want to, she's so concerned. I think that anything positive, true positive things are going to help.
Yeah, there's actually there's a lot of questions. There's a lot, even in the chat right now. There's a lot of questions from some of the members about what about cruises that are scheduled to depart on April 11th. We don't know, Michelle. That's Michelle's question. There was somebody saying that all the stuff that people are buying now is going to be eventually on eBay next week. Yep, it's going to be people are going to be selling stuff all over eBay, and maybe they're selling stuff now for a profit. I heard, we have these Purell dispensers, Dirk.
Have those the half-gallon ones?
That we have the big ones that go on the wall, and people are selling those cartridges. We buy them. They're dirt cheap. At any other time of the year, they're dirt cheap. We get the dispensers for free, actually, because they want us to buy the refills.
Sure.
And they're dirt cheap. One of those bags is going for $300.
And the half-gallon ones, the dispensers, I've seen them for $190.
Oh my God! People are I had a coworker of mine go into a hardware store this past weekend, and they were charging $2 a squirt of Purell at the register if you wanted to clean your hands. Just crazy times. Crazy.
For
times.
Using them?
Yeah, if you wanted a squirt of Purell, they were charging you $2 at the register in the hardware store.
You gotta be kidding.
That's what's happening. So it's crazy times. It's hysteria, total hysteria, and rightfully so. If you everything is indicating if you're an older adult or if you're middle-aged, male or female, and you have a comorbidity. This is what I'm hearing, which could be any comorbidity, which could be diabetes, it could be asthma, it could be cardiovascular disease. That you are at increased risk for having a severe illness if you should get coronavirus. That's what I've read, Dirk. That's what I've seen on the news. That's what I've heard. And the second thing I've heard in addition to that, is all you have to do is wash your hands. And if you wash your hands for 20 seconds with warm water and soap, you wash your hands for 20 seconds, 20 Mississippi. So that's 1 Mississippi, 2
Oh,
Mississippi.
happy birthday.
Or happy birthday twice.
Yeah.
You wash your hands, make sure you get your fingertips, that it's more effective than the Purell. As effective or more effective than the Purell. And last I checked, there wasn't any soap shortages. But who knows what's next, ladies and gentlemen, with all the hysteria that's going on.
But I read, Chuck, that it really doesn't matter what the water temperature is as long as you do the thorough washing in between your fingers and especially your fingertips and thumbs.
Yeah.
But you're in the medical field, I don't know. I agree that it got to be at least lukewarm, but they said as long as you wash it, the temperature doesn't matter because I guess not everywhere you go, there's hot water available, but water and soap, soap dispenser. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to try to find that page. I'm going to try to find...
You're in the medical field, you know better, but...
oops, I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
That happens.
We're going to try taking another call, ladies and gentlemen. If anybody's interested in calling in, the number will be on the screen shortly. That's *67. Just protects your number from being broadcast accidentally. As you saw from the last caller, we tried our best to protect their identity, make sure that none of their information was leaked. I like to put that *67 on there just as an added measure of caution so that your number is not shown on screen. So feel free to call in if you'd like. I put the number back up there. And Dirk, I haven't seen any, aside from that little note. Do you know where you got that note, Dirk? Saying that all cruise lines, all sailings were suspended through April?
It was on an industry publication. I'll try to think the name of it, where they...
Oh, here we go.
It's an internal cruise line. All the cruise lines belong to an organization, so it's not a for-profit type like the cruise, where they advertise cruises, etc., etc. It's just like they have their professional organization, same as the doctors do, etc., etc. So it was one of those cruise line organizations where they post stuff. It was also on national newscast. I think it was NBC or.
Okay, I just checked, Dirk. They just posted. The CEO just posted an update. What's his name? Harry Sommer?
Yeah.
So the CEO just posted an update on the Norwegian Cruise Line Latitudes members. I'm sorry, on the Norwegian Cruise Line site. I'm going to read it right now. I'm showing it on the screen, folks. I'm going to show it on the screen in just a moment. He just posted a letter. And I'm going to read it. At Norwegian Cruise Line, we put our guests first, and today is no different. Given the current health environment, I'd like to share an important update about Norwegian Cruise Line response to COVID-19. That's coronavirus. With the virus impacting communities around the globe, we have decided, after collaboration with federal officials, to voluntarily suspend cruise voyages across our fleet effective immediately. This action is in effect for voyages with embarkation dates from March 13th, which is today, to April 11th, 2020. We will plan to recommence and operate with embarkations beginning April 12th, 2020. So, that woman, one of the members just asked, what about the April 11th cruise? If you're departing on April 11th, which is a Saturday, according to this memo, you will not be sailing. So they are embarking on April 12th, which is a Sunday. So if you are booked to depart on April 11th, it looks like, based on this memo, you're not going to be sailing. You won't be sailing. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit so people can see it.
Charles, it depends too how they're going to position the ships. Let's say like that lady was was leaving out of Barcelona. So if that ship is 2 days away from Barcelona, it's not going to even make it on the 12th.
I don't know. It says, here's what it says, Dirk. I'm reading right from Harry Sommer,
Oh,
right from
I
the
know, I
desk of
know, I
Harry
know, I
Sommer.
know.
Right from the desk of Harry Sommer. He just did this. This was posted at 6 o'clock p.m. It says, this action, meaning the canceled cruises, is in effect for voyages with embarkation dates from March 13th through to April 11th. April 11th is a Saturday. We will plan to recommence and operate with embarkations beginning April 12th, 2020. So if you have an embarkation on April 11th, you're done. You're not going to be able to cruise. But if you have an embarkation on April 12th, you will be able to cruise.
Yeah.
As I have said many times before, now this I'm continuing reading the memo. This is right from Harry Sommer. As I have said many times before, the health, safety, and well-being of our guests and crew is our highest priority. While we have not had any confirmed cases across our 17-ship fleet, we are taking this measure in an abundance of caution. We felt it necessary to do our part. Working closely and in partnership with local, state, federal, and global agencies, we are committed to taking all appropriate steps and actions to combat the spread of COVID-19. Voyages that are underway, so now he's talking about all the ships at sea right now. Voyages that are underway will conclude, and guests will be disembarked as soon as possible and assisted with travel arrangements. Oh my God, people who are on ships got to get off.
Yeah.
Voyages that are underway will conclude, and guests will be disembarked as soon as possible and assisted with travel arrangements. Other impacted guests and travel partners will be contacted with specific details shortly. However, in the meantime, please note that we will provide guests with future cruise credit and refund options. Please note, and now he has bullet points. Guests who are booked on voyages with embarkation dates from March 13th to March 17th, 2020, that's today until next Friday, I believe, are asked to contact a travel professional or contact us for more information. Guests will receive a 150% refund of the fare paid in the form of a future cruise credit, which can be applied toward any cruise through December 31st, 2022. So they're given a cruise and a half to make up for the inconvenience. Guests who are booked on voyages with embarkation dates from March 18th to April 11th, 2020, are asked to contact their travel professional or contact us for more information. So those guests, so after March 18th, from March 18th, that date, the March 18th date, through April 11th, they're getting 125% refund of fare paid in the form of a future cruise credit, which can be applied toward any future cruise through December 31st, 2022.
And I was leaving on April the 5th.
Oh, my goodness. So if you were leaving April the 5th, you would have got a cruise and a quarter, Dirk.
Yeah, but you know what? I got 100%, so...
You'll take a bird in the hand.
25% more. That's not a big deal.
A bird in the hand. That's it.
It doesn't matter. I mean, at least I got the same... I got the money back I paid, and I got 2 years to put it towards another cruise, which I'm going to cruise again anyway, so...
So listen to this. That's a great point. Brunilda just made a great point, Dirk. So Brunilda just said, what happens to those people who don't have a passport?
They're in deep trouble.
So if they're forced to disembark, and wherever they are in the world, and they don't have a passport, they are in for a world of heartache.
Yep.
And we've always recommended from day one that people should bring their passports when traveling by ship, even though it's not required. Thanks, Brunilda. Yeah, you're right. Brunilda made that point. Very good. Guests who do not want to... I'm continuing now reading the memo, Dirk. Guests who do not want to avail themselves of the future cruise credit will receive a 100% refund of fare paid, reimbursed to the original form of payment within 90 days of completing the request form on this page, which will be made available beginning March 23rd, 2020. Oh my goodness, all these dates. We ask guests to wait to contact us regarding any refund until after March 23rd, 2020, as our reservation system will allow us to accommodate their request at that time. We are incredibly appreciative of your loyalty and trust in allowing us to welcome you aboard our amazing ships. We remain dedicated to providing our guests with the best travel experiences across the globe, and we look forward to welcoming you aboard very soon. And he signs it, Harry. Wow. Unbelievable. There is a kind of a postscript here. So the postscript is the safety, security, and well-being of our guests and crew is our number one priority. They say that a lot. They've said it a couple times in this paragraph, in this memo. We have implemented several preventative measures, the strictest out there, due to growing concerns regarding COVID-19 infections. We will continue to consult with the World Health Organization and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and take additional preventative actions as deemed necessary. We apologize for the inconvenience to any guests affected by these new measures, which have been put in place to ensure the safety, health, and well-being of our guests and crew members. And then he has preventative measures to ensure your safety. So this is what they're doing on board. Denial of boarding will occur in the following cases. So they have travel restrictions for current passport holders. They have all of these things. And do they have a live video? Health and safety. Oh, so they have a health and safety message from Frank Del Rio on here. 2 minutes,
But
21 seconds.
You can't deny boarding if you don't have if you don't cruise.
Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings.
Yeah.
Since
But that
I don't think I've ever heard this guy talk.
But that affects also the other brands, Oceania and Regent.
Oceania and Regent also, all brands in addition to. Oh my goodness! So let's listen. You want to listen to Frank? What do you think?
Everybody loves him. Yeah.
Everybody loves Frank. Let's listen to Frankie Boy. See what he has to say.
Hello, I'm Frank Del Rio, President and Chief Executive Officer of Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings. Since the founding of our company over 50 years ago, the health, safety, and security of our guests and crew has always been the top priority at our three brands: Norwegian Cruise Line, Oceania Cruises, and Regent Seven Seas Cruises. We want you to know that during these challenging times, we have implemented new protocols and enhanced other established ones, which combined are among the most rigorous in the travel industry to ensure the continued health and safety of our guests and crew while on board our vessels. Take a look.
That during these challenging times, we have implemented new protocols and enhanced other established ones, which combined are among the most.
Dirk, I'm getting some feedback.
It's off.
Oh, look what they did. So they made the video with him saying, doing his spiel. And then they have these slides that I guess they can modify if they choose to during the presentation. Non-touch temperature screenings. Guests or crew who have reported on the pre-embarkation public health questionnaire or who appear symptomatic. I can't even read it. It's going too quick. See if he comes back on. We're talking about screening. That's loud. Is that loud for you? Is that loud for the listeners? I don't know who's.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all. Otherwise, you get feedback.
I just paused it. Yeah, let me see if I. I don't think I could lower this independent of lowering you. Oh no, it should be okay. Let me see if he comes back on. Yeah, here he comes.
We will continue to closely monitor the outbreak and will make timely changes as deemed necessary to keep our guests and crews safe. On behalf of the 36,000 employees worldwide at Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, thank you for your continued support.
36,000, Dirk. 36,000 employees. That's unbelievable. That's a huge company worldwide.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something. It's funny. Like you see him, he's a very wealthy guy, right? I mean, he's a very successful guy. Not only did he take on Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, prior to this he he was CEO of another company. Oh, I think he was Regent, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he started Regent, made it a successful high-end cruise line. He gets
By the
CEO of now Norwegian Cruise Line, which technically has 3 divisions: Regent, Norwegian Cruise Line, and Oceania. And he's a regular guy, right? He seems just like a regular guy.
Yeah, by the way, Jared Levine said working with U.S. authorities, where there's a letter sent from from Congress, that is not true. They got a letter from 2 congressmen from Florida asking them to stop cruising. And also, Mr. Levine's letter he sent directly to Del Rio, which he posted on our website on his company's stationery, you know, didn't do it either.
Oh. Anyway, this is crazy times. Dirk, we should think about broadcasting more often during this time. I can't wait to see, like, everybody just read this message from Harry Sommer that whoever's currently on a cruise ship will be forced to disembark, excuse me. Whoever is currently on a cruise ship right now, one of the Norwegian cruise lines, they're going to have to disembark wherever they are in the world. So let's look, Dirk. I got
if they're in port, Charles.
Well, or the next port. Oh yeah, they're not
Yeah,
going to
but what I'm
disembark if
saying
they're at
is
sea.
be
That would
tough
be
to jump
particularly
aboard.
difficult. But look, here's all the cruise ships. Look where they are. Let's look at ones outside the United States, so outside we got 2. Seven Seas Explorer is on its way to Jamaica. Orangetat. Oh no, that's Aruba.
Yeah.
We got the Scarlet Lady. Oh, I just put the Scarlet Lady on there because it's been newsworthy recently. Norwegian Sky. Whoever's on the Norwegian Sky is lucky. They're still at port in Miami. We got the Norwegian Breakaway is going to Port Canaveral. So assuming there's only Americans on that ship, let's assume that they will be okay in traveling to get wherever they gotta go. We got the Norwegian Bliss, which is coming back to New York. I just broadcasted the Norwegian Bliss leaving last Sunday. It's headed back now, and all those passengers are going to have to disembark in New York City, which is, if they're assuming you're American, you don't have anything to worry about. We got the Riviera, and I lost track of which one it is. This is purple is Oceania. The Oceania Riviera is just north of Dominican Republic, and it's headed to Punta Cana. They're going to have to disembark there. That's another country. We got the Norwegian Encore is going to Nassau. They're going to have to disembark there. That's another country. We have
Punta Cana, that's the Dominican Republic.
That's the Dominican Republic, yep. Norwegian Gem is headed to New York. We got the Epic going to the Virgin Islands. We got this is the Serena, and again, I think the Serena is Oceania, and that is headed to Miami, so they're lucky, assuming they're an American citizen. We have some in South America, though, Dirk. We have some, look at this. East of Africa, the Spirit.
How about our buddy, he was at the Cape Horn in Argentina.
Oh, is that Tom? Is he still on there?
I think so.
Tom is on the Norwegian Star. They are heading to Chile.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness. He got caught up in this nightmare. He's going to have to fly home. But Tom has a passport. I know he and his wife, they're very...
of course.
They're seasoned travelers. They know what they're doing. They're gonna
so that means they're going to Santiago de Chile.
So they're going to Chile. They'll be able to get out of there. One of our group members is on that ship, folks, right now. And he's going to have to disembark. He's probably finding it. I bet you he's listening right now. Or he's probably on our page right now wondering what we're talking about. We got people in Australia.
It's only 2 hour time difference. It's only 2 hour time difference, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
Unless he's on one of his land excursions.
It might be on an excursion. Part of America's in Hawaii.
Last thing he posted was from Cape Horn.
We got the Regatta is in French Polynesia. Are there 2 ships here? No,
Yeah.
I've never been there. They don't even. They're here. Anybody who's on the Regatta is gonna have to disembark and find their way home from there, courtesy of Norwegian Cruise Line. And they are in French Polynesia right now. Ships scattered across the globe. We got one in Fiji. The Jewel is in Fiji. My goodness, we got the Seven Seas Navigators, the Bay of Islands in New Zealand. And we have the Seven Seas Mariner off the southern coast of Australia. Crazy. All these people got to get home. I think we got almost all of them, except for those that are in the Middle East. Let's take a quick look. In Abu Dhabi, we got one in Abu Dhabi, one in Dubai. The Jade is in Dubai, and the Seven Seas Voyages in Abu Dhabi. So we wish those
plenty of
people.
good flights.
We wish those folks safe travels and a safe trip home. And we are sorry that your cruise got cut short. But look, this is like unprecedented times. I've never seen the hysteria that we see now, even with the swine flu going back in 2009. Really, just a lot of panic.
Nothing. There was nothing compared with this.
Yeah, the doctor that I spoke with today, he's an infectious disease doctor. He seems to think that the swine flu is actually more dangerous than this. And he's having a hard time processing why this is being drummed up. And
I think, Charles, because the only thing I can think of is because it spreads so fast.
Yeah, it's more contagious. But not only that, the quarantine, the uncertainty, the data that may not be accurate. It's just really all came together to form this perfect storm of hysteria in the United States, and especially in large cities in the United States. I talked to my sister, like I mentioned earlier. My sister lives in a rural area, suburban rural area. It's more rural than it is suburban. And she's like panicking over it, and I was like, I live in New York City, and I'm like, I'm not as crazy. I'm not getting as panicked as you are. But like I said, other than before today, I was okay. But today I had that moment where I'm questioning whether society is going to break down over this stuff. It's been pretty heavy news.
There's the news. Kathy says that she heard that Canada closed all their ports till June 1st.
Who's that?
Kathy Gosling. Did you hear that Canada has closed their ports till June 1st?
Oh,
that
I
would
bet you.
affect a lot of Alaskan cruises.
Oh my God! I bet a ton of people. I bet that's another driving factor. That the reason behind this is that there's probably a lot of ports that are considering closing because of this. And now you can't travel to the United States from Europe. So I wonder what percentage of passengers that are on the ships were flying in from Europe. I'm sure that played a decision.
Well, not American citizens and green card holders and family. Only non-U.S. citizens and green card holders they're not banned. It's just people from the not only from the European nation, but they're like 20-something countries involved, which includes Switzerland and some others, but not the UK. And the UK has more cases than anybody else. So today at the press conference, they brought that up and said, how come that the UK is not banned and there are more cases there? And they say, well, we're looking at it right now. The current list of European countries may be changed. Things going to be deleted and things going to be added, but that's in the future. So, it doesn't make any sense in having countries that don't have any cases, and then you get the UK that has, 300-400 cases or more. They're allowed. It just doesn't make any sense. If you ban Europe, last time I checked, England is part of the UK is part of England. They're not part of the agreement which country signed, but still, it's really people that are affected by this outbreak.
Yeah, it's been it's very difficult, and we wish, like I said, sending our apologies, and well, I don't know if we're not responsible for it, so I don't know if apology is the right word. Sending our
Sympathy.
heartfelt sympathy for those people who are not sailing, but also we're happy that you got your 125 to 150% future cruise credit from Norwegian Cruise Line for their cancellations, or your 100% refund. And we wish all of those who now have to go and find their way home from all these foreign places, we wish you safe travels. We hope you get home soon, and we hope you get home safely. Take care of yourselves, everybody. We got Carl. Hi, Carl. Carl, I see your post in the group. Welcome. Glad you'll be able to join us today. I saw a few of your posts earlier. Happy to have you here. Hello there. We got a new commenter. Dirk Carl just said hello to us. Hello, Carl. Jarrett is posting. Had this virus. Oh, so we got somebody. One of our commenters in the group had the virus. So had this virus started in Latin America instead of China, this wouldn't have. Oh, he didn't have it. He's saying, had this virus started in Latin America instead of China, this wouldn't have likely been as bad in relation to the overall fear and anxiety with heightened trade tensions between U.S. and China prior to the start of this uncertainty didn't help. I hope everyone still on ships get home quickly and safely. Thank you, Jared. I send the same sentiment that Jared had. We hope everybody on those ships gets home safely. Safe travels, ladies and gentlemen. And Dirk, I believe we're going to end the stream right now. Maybe we'll pick it up again tomorrow if there's any more news. But do you have any final thoughts for the group, Dirk?
Well, I just add to what everybody has to say, and hope everybody's getting home safe and fast, and it's not affect health-wise by the virus.
That's it, Dirk. I think you got to get around the applause. You got a round of applause.
Well, thank you. I know how you play with your sound effects.
I love this.
Like
I love it. I got to get some more.
It took me some time to figure out that you use your sound effects. That'd be me.
We're working on it. I like these sound effects. We got to get some more soon, folks, in the near future. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, wish you safe travels. As always, thanks for joining us today in the unprecedented news that Norwegian Cruise Line has suspended all sailings through April 11th, 2020. This is Chuck and Dirk signing out from Cruise Mojo, and we hope to see you soon, folks. We'll be on again, probably live streaming in the near future, but certainly again Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Norwegian Cruise Line Latitudes members page, also on the Cruise Mojo page, and on YouTube and elsewhere around the internet. Safe travels. Have a good day, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.